And I can't wait to see, what did you do?
The sound wasn't working.
Oh, Nicholas. Okay, starting over. It's not all fun and games working with your husband on the daily. Let's start over. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday live video. I'm Whitney, and this is Yolanda. And we are going to be featuring one of our subscription sets today, since it is Membership Wednesday. So we're going to feature one of them today. And then tomorrow, Yolanda has planned something really special for us.
Yeah.
And she is going to share a junk journal that she made and kind of make a little piece to put in there. So stay tuned for that. I'll put out like a schedule when we know, and I'll post it out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, today is going to be really fun. We actually pulled out this month's card kit. This is a kit that I curate each month, and it's really fun. So I'm going to just put it down to Project Cam so I can show you what is included in this. And then if Nick wants to let me know when it's down, okay, cool. So you always get a little insert with your card kit. This is always going to be a mix of a stamp set, a paper pack, and then kind of some coordinating supplies. So we are going to be using this stamp set today. Both Yolanda and I made different things, and I love how different they turned out. So no matter what style, crafter you are, you're going to probably be inspired, I would think.
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, right. So this is the stamp set. It's called Worthy of a Good Thing. And it is really, really fun. So these stems in here and these little kind of flourishes and sticks, they are meant to be stamped out so you can create your own leafy sprigs. So the leaves all go on there and everything, and I'll show you how that all works. And then just some really great all-purpose encouraging sentiments, which I really love. You are enough, you are capable of great things, and you are worthy of every good thing. So kind of reminders we all need every once in a while. It's kind of a sample of what's in there. If you can see that super detail in there, it's just insane what is captured in the red rubber. So we'll stamp those out, do some cards. Also included in this set, you get an 8.5 by 11 stencil. So this looks a little weird, but what this is meant to do is so you can ink blend like a spotlight on your card, and then you can stamp over it or put a stamped image popped up over it. So these are just some different designs. And a fun fact about this, I couldn't find exactly shapes that made sense to me. And so I found a cow print, a literal cow print, and I pulled out cow spots and enlarged them to do this. So it's kind of a large cow spot thing. A great paper pack is in this, Golden Autumn Whispers. This is a 6x6 paper pack. We manufacture these in-house, and they are on high quality cardstock. 110 pound is the cardstock weight. So really, really pretty kind of standalone patterns here. So I love that. And then I used a few of these, but you do get some cut apart sentiment strips. I love these for super easy sentiments, so that's great. And then last but not least is a gold watercolor pan, and this is great for adding splatters to your cards. I'm a big fan of splatters, and I just thought this went perfectly with everything going on here. So that's what is included in this month's card kit. And we are accepting new signups, and this is something where you would get a monthly set. There's no commitment, so you can, get a kit this month, and then next month you can skip it or pause it at any time. So it's really flexible, whatever works for you. And we have 4 different subscriptions. This is just kind of one that's more centered on things that you could use to make specific card designs. So that's that.
I need it.
You need that set? You should take it with you. Okay, so I'm gonna switch spots.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Sandra says she loves the paper. Awesome. Oh, the paper pack is to die for this month. She says, no pun intended, because it's kind of dead leaves. All right. What you got for us today?
For us today.
Oh, yeah,
First, I
you're
am
gonna
gonna show a sneak peek from the junk journal.
Okay, so this is a sneak peek of what she's gonna do tomorrow.
Wow.
That's very cool.
I love it. I really love it.
Very cool. I love all the pop-outs.
See? I made it for Angela, and I give it to her as a gift. And this is a very old paper, and it's from I don't know the how do you call this? I guess
Like a ledger?
a ledger, of course, and it's from a long time ago, beginning of 1900, and. See that handwriting?
Is that all like
yeah,
old?
this is also from that. And of course, the Unity stamp.
Yeah, I love that. That's really cool.
Okay, I do that tomorrow. The rest you see tomorrow.
So Sandra had a question about that. She says, how long did that take you to make?
I show on my own Facebook page a few weeks ago that one that I made from about the military.
Yeah.
And I think it takes me more than a month to fix it, but every day something. So yeah.
So you're working on it just a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Every time I make something and then I put it in, and and you can, for example, and I show that for now. See. The free gift bag I also
that's
use.
so cute.
Yeah. But this thing, I use this as a tag, and I put it in here. I love it. This is one of my favorites. And you see that I used the stamp set that we used yesterday.
Yes, soul mail.
Yeah, that's my favorite at this moment. Okay, this is going apart. I am going to make this thing today.
I love how it turned out.
It's something different, and I had something. Okay, let's try.
And I don't think I've really ever used those dies, so
no,
I haven't yet.
Yeah, I buy them just a minute ago.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So these dies are from Gina Marie Designs. She loved them so much in our collection, she had to buy some.
Yes, I used, this one is also from that collection that we made yesterday.
Yeah.
And I really love this one. Yeah. So I buy them and I take them with me to the Netherlands. Where is the stamping help?
Oh. There is your stamping help.
Thank you very much.
I love it.
Do you have the magnets for it?
I always take the magnets out so I don't hurt myself.
Yeah, I can imagine because they are so strong. Okay, I put them in it.
Yes, Everett actually pinched his fingers between two of them. He was playing with it. I'm like, don't touch those. The crafting supplies are dangerous.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is that I...
Will you push the Misty towards me a little?
So, like that?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
perfect.
Oh, very cool. I love the layers that you did with these.
So this is the first layer that I'm gonna make, and I use a little bit of the technique that we did the first day in my live with Angela.
Cool.
And I used again the Artist Grey Fusion ink from Ink on Tree. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay.
I was just looking at their website today. They have so many colors of that. I was thinking, I kind of need those.
You have a blue one here.
I do?
Yes.
Oh, I wonder where that came from.
I don't know. This I bring with me.
Oh, you know what? I think Florette gave me one.
Oh. So I do it 2 times because I use a little bit of water and then it...
Oh, I love that. That's cool.
That's better than this one. And now I need the heating tool.
Is that watercolor paper?
Yes, it is watercolor paper. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Nick, for
Yeah.
asking me. Because I always forgot to tell that. See, this is so stupid. It's whatever you do, it's always different.
It's so easy. It's like, is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
but the splits are always different.
Yeah. I
Now
love
it's
the
a lot
green.
of- Yeah.
They're loving that technique that you're showcasing. It is really fun.
We call it Jolande technique because I don't know how I did it.
Yeah.
It was a happy accident. I think some water fell on my work or something.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And when I have something new, I always try to do something new with it. So and now I inked my stamps again, and that's why I'm drying it in the stamping hole. And
Oh, so you get it in the same
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
I have had some people get mad at me for embossing inside of my Misty, but I still do it all the time.
well, that's so easy from this. You never put it on another way when you
Yeah.
in the jar. And I am only use the clear one.
Oh, really?
Sometimes the white, but
I
never black.
I do gold a lot. I just did black on a sentiment, I think.
Yeah, but then I like it to use black ink
Yeah.
and clear embossing powder. In my opinion.
Well,
You-
I use sparkle.
In my opinion, you don't need all that embossing powders. But okay, yeah, you know, everybody has his own. So now I place it back, not on the same spot, but that's not necessary. I emboss it because then I get a little bit of difference in the colors, and I like that. But that's yeah.
And it just adds a little bit of texture, too. You want this
I
thing?
have to clean it up. No.
Okay.
This one is I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're nice.
And this and like this one we forgot. And you can do it over this, and because this is embossed, it never will come there.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
it creates a mask almost, a resistance.
And then I use. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the other one.
So
See?
pretty, I love that.
Yeah. You see, it's a little bit different from this one, but that's perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, this away.
So
It's a quickie for me for today.
the stamps that we're using right now is from the September card kit, and it's called Worthy of a Good Thing. It's kind of a little set where you can build different leafy creations with it. It's really fun for fall.
I like them. Oh, I put here, and you can see it. If you want to make it exactly the same, then be my guest.
Did you bring that color?
No,
Oh, I had that too.
yes.
You're finding all the good stuff over here.
And I like this color. This is the first time that that he had a really
A bright red. You know
Yes.
what? Now I remember buying it, I think.
Ah, it was one of the new colors.
Yeah, last year around Christmas, right?
That's That's possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh yes, I have to do something else. Why not? I do this one.
Is Kristen Van Miltenberg
What is
one
she
of your
saying?
friends?
Yes,
She
what's
just
one?
popped on and she's watching.
Hello, Kirsten. Love you.
Oh, Sarah says that's her favorite bread that he has put out.
Yeah,
Tim Holtz.
Me too.
I just have so many things I forget.
In my gym journal, I always use this red one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I was just looking at some Tim Holtz videos today of him kind of demoing his ink, so I have a fun technique to share too.
Do you use the how do you call them? This one, the oxides. Do you use them often?
Yes, I do use them.
I don't like them one way or the other. So I think I have to look at you how you use them.
Oh,
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do is a little bit of embossing powder over the red things, and they popped up a little better.
thank you, Lisa, for sharing the link. So Lisa wanted to share the link to the kit that we are using right now.
Oh, it's so exciting. Lisa, I'm gonna meet you tomorrow for the first time.
Yes, you're gonna love her. She's wonderful.
We know each other now for more than 11 years and we are gonna see each other now.
Isn't that interesting how you can know each other from the internet for so long
Yeah.
and never meet in person? Like it's just crazy to me.
Yeah,
so.
that's it is. What I do now, because I want to know that my saying is exactly in the middle, so I put it here. I pick it up, a little bit like this, then it's better, right? Make it red. And then I press that small.
I can die cut you another one.
No, I had it. Oh yes, it's
I was
here.
gonna say,
Sorry.
I always do that. I always lose my little bits.
See, and then I place it exactly over it.
Oh, for easy lining up.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that it is there, so I can see that it's on a good place now.
Yep, absolutely.
See?
Oh, it's perfect. I need to remember that tip.
I don't know. Sometimes then I figure something out, and after that I think, what did I did last time?
Yeah,
So-
yes. It's hard to remember all those little
Yeah.
things.
You do so much.
And things happen on accident sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that with this technique. That was really an accident for me. Okay, I have now everything, and I can this away, and then I make the corners. A little bit red.
I like that. That's very nice.
It's not typical me, but most of the time I always use the brown one. And at home I always use the brushed corduroy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah, I know why. In the first place, when I started with the Tim Holtz ink, I always use the vintage photo. But he, at some time, the vintage photo changed. And
Oh,
it was
really?
not the good color anymore, at least not for me. And then I stepped over to the brushed corduroy. Yeah,
Must have changed a little bit.
yes, it was not a nice color that I had. And I had a box for years, but sometimes, then it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Uh-oh, what's going on with the camera?
Sorry, our rig here is not staying. Okay, we'll see if that works.
Okay, cool.
A little bit.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So this one I make brown.
You know what? I bet that the oxides aren't your thing because they're such bright colors.
Oh, maybe.
They're like just so, like when I want a really good rainbow blend, like it's so thick and opaque, it like covers everything.
Do they have dull oxide inks? Like duller colors, grays, browns?
They do have some
Do you have
grays.
a knife for me? Or
Yes.
But even for gray, they're more on the white side, aren't they? Than
They have
darker.
a chalky finish to them,
Uh-huh.
especially when you add the water.
Are you gonna work with oxides this week?
Yes, I'm going to work with them
Then
today.
I can. Oh, okay. I stay with you.
Oh, they think Nick's having happy hour early today.
I wish.
Yeah.
And a little bit of water. Do a little bit of the gold splatters.
Yeah, might as well.
So you get this with that kit.
Yep.
Oh wow.
And it's this brand. How do you say that? I don't know how you say this brand. It is Gonzai like Kiritaki. Does that make sense?
It's a good watercolor.
Yeah.
I know that. Okay, I am ready. This was a quickie for me.
Yeah, that was really cool. I love that.
So I give the camera over to Whitney, and sorry, I have to clean up my stems.
now the pressure is on.
Yeah.
It's a big act to follow after you.
No, it isn't. You are better with these small things and the cute things. So, and it's your own kit.
Well, sometimes I have these ideas for a kit, and then I
Yeah.
try to make it happen, and they
Yeah.
all turn out ugly. So,
Sorry.
all right. So I'm going to share with you a couple of cards featuring this set as well. I think I'll start off with like just the easy, quick card to show you how the stencil works, and then I'm going to go in and we're going to create a fun background technique using both a water-based ink and some distress oxides. So, got some fun in store yet. Let's see. Okay. So this is the first card I thought I'd show you guys. This is just featuring the basic things that are in this set. So we're going to pull out that fun stencil, do a little bit of rainbow ink blending because I cannot resist a good rainbow ink blend. So for this one, I used our scallop and rectangle nesting die set. So I just have black for the matting and white for our stamping and ink blending. Alright, so I'm grabbing the stencil from this set. You know what? I think I used, what did I use last? Yeah, this one. I'm going to use a different one now. I'm going to expand my horizons. Okay, I think this one.
You should tell how you made those again.
Yeah, so I really wanted to create a kind of essential masking stencil. And so I had this idea for like splotches. They almost look like paint splotches or something. And I could not find the shapes anywhere. So finally, I was looking at like a cow pattern, and I was like, you know what? I bet that if we pulled out the individual spots, that I would be able to create what I have in mind. And so that's kind of how this happened. These are all cow fur patterns that I just enlarged and to make it these spotlight ink blends. So what I love about the card kits is that I always try to include things in them that you can use over and over again in your collection versus something that is just like one-time use. So you really get the value with our sets. Alright, so I got my mask in place. We're going to do a little rainbow ink blend. So I like to use pink instead of red. So that's what I'm doing. So I'll get my rainbow things lined up.
You see directly that you are much more colorful than I am.
Hey, we need all kinds of crafters, right?
And you know that you Americans, you are really both comes, so as we say in the Netherlands, because you can buy these sets. In the Netherlands you can't buy them because for the shipping
Oh, it's
cost.
very
So
expensive.
and that's a pity because I like all the kids,
All right,
but it's
so
logical. So
we're just starting out with the pink, orange. I just do the Roy G. Biv kind of lineup of colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet. I got like a little splotch there.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I'm just gonna roll with it. It's gonna be fine.
Make it work.
Yep. So I have my brushes are all like color coordinated. You can do whatever you want. But I just like this so I don't have to clean them. And I actually learned this tip from Jolande like years ago. Going over your ink blending twice, you're gonna get like such a better like blend, like a smoother blend. And so I always do that. So this first time around, like it's fine. You could totally roll with this, but I like to go over it a second time and just kind of mesh the colors together a little bit. And then I just kind of go up through. Sometimes you don't even need to add more color because it's already on your brush.
Yeah, that does make quite a difference.
I think so, for sure. All right, so we got our fun, like, rainbow ink blend. We got that all taken care of here. So now when we remove our stencil, we have a really fun kind of spotlight. And this I thought would be really great to mix and match with your other sets. You could pop an image up over here, stamp right on it. Possibilities are pretty endless. So we are going to create a little sprig here with some of our stamps from the set. Is this in the center, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to use a little block because that seems to work pretty well for me for this set. And I'm going to stamp with VersaFine Clair Nocturne. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is just kind of stamp out our little leafy business here. I'm going to do it a little bit off of the thing. Okay.
And when we cut these ones out, I made sure to cut them as close as possible so that it's real easy to line up with the other branches.
Look at that detail. That's so cool. You did a good job with this one, Nick.
Thank you.
Alright, so I wanted my leaves to kind of vary in color, so I'm going to do first impression stamping and then second impression, just so they come a little bit lighter and more like varied. You can do whatever your heart desires. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to just leave it as is. And now let's grab "You are worthy of every good thing." I think that is a nice sentiment. And I'm just going to stamp this with black ink as well. And I think let's try it up here. Alright, so that is that one. And you can see the two different kind of splatters there. Just a super easy way to make a quick card. I thought it would be fun with kind of fall ink blends as well. So if you took out your oranges and reds and browns, I think that would be really, really fun. And if you want like more inspiration besides what we have shown you today, you can check out the Unity Show and Tell page. Our design team members and Lisa and Rana are sharing all day long their makes with all of our subscription sets. So there's that one. This next one I'm pretty excited about. I think it's kind of fun. So we're going to create this like ink smooshy background, and we're going to do a little bit of gold embossing on here. I love these leaves in gold. I think it just turned out really vibrant and pretty. So for this technique, we are using our scallop and stitched rectangle nesting die set. I'm going to do black for the matting, and then for this technique you will need watercolor paper. So this is die cut out in watercolor paper for us. Alright.
I thought that you used the paper for it.
No, I made it. I made it. Okay, so I'm using this little mat today that I have. It's just like for ink smooshing. You can tell it's well loved. So let me just get my colors that I want to use in order here. So we're going to use just kind of some fall colors here. So this is just dye inks. So any like dye inks that you have, any water-based inks you have are going to work. So like the Tim Holtz Distress, your Gina K, Pink Fresh, whatever you have, like it doesn't matter the brand, honestly, just as long as they're water-based. And we are going to do a little bit of ink smooshing. So I'm just going to start by placing some of these colors down on my little ink smooshing mat.
Is it new, that ink smoothing one?
I've had it for a couple of years. It is from Waffle Flower.
I never. This is complete new for me. You learned me something.
Yeah, I love this
Oh no,
thing.
you teach me something.
It's nice for videos because sometimes the glass mat glares, and I don't always like that.
Mm.
So this is just kind of a series of like browns and just fallish colors. And I'm just kind of smooshing them all around. Okay, so now we're going to just spray it down, get them all moving, and then we will grab our sheet and just start smooshing away. So the key is lots of layers. So we're going to do one kind of go here, and then we'll dry it and do another layer. And you're going to get like a lot of texture when you do it this way. And so like right now this looks nothing compared to like what my end result will be. It's all about the layers. So we'll just dry it pretty well before we go in and repeat the process. I feel like when you dry it, it kind of sets it in place a little bit. Oh, Nick, would you be able to grab me some paper towels? I forgot.
Sure.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so here's this. So now I'm going to kind of maneuver it around. So like maybe my red will be here. So I'm not doing it in like the exact same spot every time. I want the colors to layer on top of each other in different ways. Okay. Thank you.
Is that a silicone mat?
I think it is silicone. Yep, it's from Waffle Flower, and I forget what they called it, but I think they make this size and one bigger.
I bet we could make those out of rubber.
Yeah, maybe.
I bet we could.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like this needs a little bit more like orange, and so I'm just gonna go in, remove my excess, and I'm gonna go in like with my specific orangey colors and just add a little bit more of that. Right, so we're just gonna smoosh smoosh. And this is like a little too yellow over here. We'll just cover her up. Okay. See if adding a little bit of water will. Nope. Oh, I do like how it's going to add that little bit of texture. I was trying to kind of blend the color a little bit there because it was bare, but okay. So we have kind of this base going on. I think this is fun. We'll roll with it. So now we're going to add, those are all kind of like warm colors that we went in with. Now we're going to add some cool colors, and I'm going to use my Distress Oxide. So there really isn't a substitute for this type of ink. So yeah, I would say use whatever you have, but if you have these, it would be best. So we're going to add some cool colors now. So speckled egg, a little bit of broken china, faded jeans, and then cracked pistachio. Okay. And then I will spray this down. And something that Tim Holtz did, which I thought was really cool, is in his video, he kind of like separated, like mixed his colors together almost like with his fingers a little bit to get just like a variation. So that's what I'm going to do. And now like you're going to think you're going to ruin it. You're not. It's going to be fine. So you just add this really pretty blue over the top, and it just almost looks like a rusted old car is kind of what it reminds me of. So I love the mix of that.
Oh.
Oopsies. And this oxide does dry like with a chalky finish, so you get lots and lots of texture.
That is gorgeous.
Well, thanks. Thank you, thank you. And if you wanted to, you could take like your paintbrush and add a little bit of splatter to this. We could do that because like we're here anyways, why not? So there's our splatter. And before we start stamping, we just kind of want this layer to be dry since we are embossing over the top. See, I learned a lot of these things because I mess up a lot. And then I'm like, I need to remember that so I don't mess up again. Alright, so I'm just going to flip it over to the back. And just make sure it's kind of dried all the way through.
Karen said it looks like old copper.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Alright, so we're done with this. So I'll just give a close-up of this background here. So it's just kind of the warm and cool color mix, and mixing a water-based ink with your oxides to kind of achieve this look. And it's all about the layers to kind of get that just variation, I guess you would say. Alright, so we got this going on here. I'm going to take my embossing buddy and go over the top just in case it's not all the way dry. And then we're going to start stamping our leaves over the top here and making a repeating pattern. So before I do that, I have to clean these off just a little bit, make sure I don't have black ink on there. Perfect.
Pam's wondering if you can list the colors you used after live.
Sure. Yeah, I used a lot of my Pink Fresh inks. I bought those like last year because they have such a wide variation. So like their oranges, they have like 8 oranges instead of like just a couple. Like some lines just are missing those colors, and I felt like Pink Fresh was very complete. Okay, so we're going to use some clear embossing ink. Mine doesn't look so clear anymore, but you know what? It works great. Oh yeah, here's my little block. And then I'm going to grab my little block here. Where did that stick? Okay. Why isn't that sticky?
Did you get embossing buddy on there?
I must have. Gotta clean it off. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to start stamping. So I kind of like to start like going this way and then going that way and kind of filling in. And I also move my stamp around in orientation so it's not always like facing the same way. And it is a little bit hard to see where these are. So we're going to add the embossing powder kind of in different sections here so we can see what we have stamped and what we don't. So just a gold embossing powder. I'm using one from Brutus Monroe. You can use any gold you have. So now we can really see what we have stamped and what space we have left. Perfect. Okay, let's go in with another leaf variation. I'm going to use one with like a little tail on it this time. Oh, got stuff on this one too. So if your stamps don't ever stick, you just spray some water on the back. Usually it's like embossing powder or something that you've gotten on them. And then they're good as new. See? Alright. So repeating this process, I feel like I kind of want to do
Ooh, that's a good one.
that. Alright, let's see what that's looking like. Cute. Okay, so I'm just going to roll with that. Mine turned out a little bit lined up, but you know what? That's fine. I wanted it to be more random. And then we're just going to heat set this. Forgot one. Okay, so there it is with the stamping. I think that it looks really fun in the gold. And then our little sentiment. I die cut out a cute little decal kind of thing to stamp our sentiment on. Here it is. I thought we'd put that on there. I really like, let's see, I gotta make sure I didn't use the same sentiment. You are worthy of a good thing. Okay, let's do this one. You are capable of great things. And we'll do a little embossing on this as well. We're gonna live on the edge. I didn't use the buddy, but I bet it's still gonna be good. There we go.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool not using the buddy. It adds like the little stars.
Yeah, like you can brush it off if you want. Sometimes with like techniques like this, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. It's not a clean and simple look. Okay, so I'm going to take some of my May Arts twine. Look at our crafter hands. And we're just making like a little kind of spool here. And that's going to go right behind. And I thought it just added like a fun little bit of interest. So I just take a little bit of foam tape, stick it on the back, and then I stick the string right to it. Let's see, I missed. Oh, I found scissors. Okay, so here's our foam tape. Now we're just going to stick this down and stick the end kind of underneath in here. Don't stick down. Okay, we got that, and now we can stick this right on the center. We'll cut our tail of this one. And then just because I can, I'm going to take my foam tape, and I'm going to foam tape this whole panel down. We did a lot of water on this panel, and so to get it so it's not like warped looking, I just use a ton of foam tape. There's the tip of the day.
They need to make A2 size foam tapes.
I know, right? I would love just solid sheets of foam tape. And this one's a little bit too thin for my liking, but I'm going to use it up because it's a pretty big roll. All right. There we go. And then we're going to stick this on our matting. And you can see how the foam tape really helps kind of keep it in place so there's like no warping. So yeah, that's the finished result here. I can show you the first one because each time you do a background like this, it's going to turn out a little bit different, and that's what's fun about it. So I really, really like that. And just for bonus, I wanted to show you guys just some simple, like how you can use papers. So this is just simply die cut out papers. So if you didn't want to create a whole background, they're already made for you. Just cute little cards. So yeah, that's what I have left today. That's all I got. Yes, Stephanie, that is my very high-tech way of how I stick my little spool of string. I have weird ways of doing things, I know, so somebody probably has a better idea, but this is what works for me, and I'll probably never stop doing it that way. Foam tape with double-sided adhesive works great too. Yes, I bet it does, like the fun foam they call it, like the kid stuff. Yeah, I use a lot of foam tape, so I like to have mine like ready to stick. So yeah, that is all that I have for you all today. And if you are interested in this month's card kit, we would love to have you. We are shipping them out currently, and we will share some close-up images of what we created on the show and tell either today or tomorrow, so you can get a good look at them. And then be sure to tune in tomorrow for Jolande's live video featuring her amazing junk journal. She's going to create some stuff to go in there and give you a closer peek at what it is, and you're going to be amazed. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll put a schedule out later and go from there.